Contrary to the bullshit. Contrary to the bullshit. Contrary to the bullshit.
Is not available.
To the bullshit.
At the tone, please record your message.
Contrary to the bullshit.
Nigga, where the fuck you at? I've been calling your phone 5 or 6 times and it keeps going to voicemail. Call me the fuck back. And I know you're not doing that motherfucking podcast.
Please record your message.
Lowski, I know you hear me calling you. That damn podcast ain't that motherfucking important.
Please record your message.
Cam, my nigga. Hey man, I know I'm calling you from a different number, but my phone off, man. Shit, I need to borrow about $35, man. I'm gonna get back with you next week. Call me back.
Yo, you fucking wildin'. I've been calling you all day, and you ain't answered shit. Don't make me pull the fuck up. I know your ass is probably sitting over there ignoring me on that podcast with your little friends. I'ma beat your ass and they ass when I fucking see you.
Contrary to the bullshit, 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 contrary to the bullshit.
I was gone for a year and a half. Yo, what it do? It's your boy Youngie. Youngie been go because I still go. Y'all know how it go.
Hey, talk to me, don't talk about me. Y'all know what the fuck going on. Look, nah, let me not do all that, man. Y'all know who it is, though. Lowski 1000, Thou Wild, Thou Wheezy. You know what I'm saying? Here on another episode of the Contrary to the Bullshit podcast. We got some guests with us today. But before we get in there, we got Two Bleezy back there. He ain't got a mic. Y'all know Two Bleezy. Rod in the back. He ain't got no mic either, but y'all know what's going on with Rod. And we most definitely, we most definitely do not introduce our guests. So y'all got the floor now, man.
You know what it is, man. It's Mayr.
Mayr?
Mayr.
Oh, shit.
And we are the Midtown Boyz. You dig?
Midtown Boyz.
Yes, sir.
Hey, shout out to Midtown Boyz. Hey, where can they find you at, though?
They can find us. They can find us everywhere. You know, my Instagram is Midtown Mayr. Midtown is spelled MIDTWNMAYR. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna shout myself. I'm Castor Raines on all platforms. You can find Midtown Boyz on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal. If you're into you can find us on all the platforms for music. But you can also find us on all your social media platforms too. I'm Castor Raines. We do have a Midtown Boyz page as well on Instagram.
Okay. Midtown Boyz with a Z.
Yeah, it's MIDTWNBOYZ.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
So
for our
like,
viewers, what type of music y'all make?
man, like to be real, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like to be technical, you know, we make hip hop and R&B music, but it's just like, you know, we just do us. Like, you know, Cass been my boy for like a couple years, and like, you know, we just when we go in the studio, we just do us. You feel me? Like some days we want to make a Lover Boy type record on some Drake type shit. Then some days like we want to go in like with the bars. You feel me? So it's just whatever we feel like making that day. Like that's what we're gonna make. We go out to Midtown. We go to Tin Roof. We go hella shit. We go to the studio right up the street. We go in there and you know we just lay that shit down.
Yeah, it's really all about just like the creative aspect. Like as far as us being artists, we try to own that to the fullest extent. You feel me? So like, I mean, we really don't go in with any type of agenda. I'm the type of artist that just goes in and when I hear what we're working on, I either write it or freestyle it. So
So like y'all just go in there and just do y'all thing.
Just do our thing. Yeah.
Atmosphere for
like me, you know, Cass is a phenomenal artist, and us our producer at the door. But you know, with me, like I'm very story oriented. You feel me? So like he may go in the studio and he might just he does Castor Raines, right? He does him. And then so basically, like I'll just feed off of him, and this is some girl I met at the club a little earlier. Calm down, shorty. But like anyways, so you know, we go in the studio, I might hear something he does, and then I'm just like, okay, let me pull from a story that's relatable to like what he lays down. I think about it for a minute. I'm more of a writer. I'm not really much of a freestyler. I can do it, but it's just that's not what I want to do. I'm very intentional in everything I do.
Sound like confident in that.
Yeah, you know.
Do it, but you more like you would rather.
I wanna write. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be able to, when somebody brings me on the podcast, I want to say like, if you was listening to my music, he's like, bro, Mayr, what was you talking about right here? I want to be able to tell you like the story behind that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like freestyling is great. That's a talent that not everybody got. But me, I'm just more like, I'm story filled, you know. So that's where like I kind of like get down at. Mark, he just came up in there, Webbs, Beat by Webbs, one of the best producers in the motherfucking world, about to get a Grammy. You feel me?
Oh,
very,
shit,
very
man.
you know.
Hey, you can try to squeeze in over there.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, why you coming so serious?
Oh shit.
Hey, look. Hey, yo, hey.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I'm Webbs. W3BZ.
Right.
You find me on Instagram, Beats by Webbs, spelled the same way.
Okay.
I'm a producer, audio engineer. I'm originally from Miami. Moved up here a few years ago to go to
Broward
school.
County.
It's actually where me and Mayr met, bro. We
Yeah.
linked in my dorm for the first time.
What school was this?
Belmont.
The music school, of course.
Shout out Belmont. Shout out
Dude,
Belmont.
The producer and engineer school, at least.
Yeah,
Bro. I mean,
yeah.
they're pumping out fucking acts now, though, bro.
Nah,
real
nah,
shit,
nah, for
dude.
real. Like, they
These
come
kids
out
are
of
dropping
Belmont.
out, bro.
Man.
Oh, word?
They're publishing deals. Yeah, bro. Like,
Yeah.
They're getting everything.
It's a
now.
lot of
Like,
talent.
I knew like
Yeah, so
a lot of
much.
talent over
most
there.
of the songs.
Y'all know Midwest?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Dude, he went to Belmont for his first year and then dropped out because he's fucking Midwest now.
Nah, fakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's man, it's hella talent. Man, shout out to Kalini. I met her about a couple weeks ago. Like she's a singer. Yeah, y'all might not be on this type of wave, but like Kobe Calais, she writes a lot of Taylor Swift shit, right? I went to school with Taylor Swift. We'll get into that later, but she writes. When Kobe Calais started writing a lot of Taylor Swift shit, that's when Taylor Swift like really went up. So when I was listening to Kalini shit, I'm not even sure if I'm saying her artist name right. I'm a little drunk right now, whatever. But like when I was listening to her shit, she reminded me like of like her. So like when I meet somebody from like Belmont, I've never met somebody from Belmont that wasn't fire, including, you know, this guy right here. And one of the best decisions that like I ever made in my life, one of the best decisions I made in my life, I was doing a rappers round, and Webbs had a beat that they was just playing, and I was freestyling. That shit was probably trash. I ain't gonna lie. That shit was probably terrible.
She was popping off. Bro.
That shit was probably
'Cause
trash.
at least to me at the time, bro, I was
Yeah.
like, this man spazzed on that shit, and I didn't dab him up for sure, bro.
And he was like, Mark was like, he said, yo, he was like, you want to like come to my dorm and like make some music? I said, something was just like, usually I something say, hey, make sure you say yeah to him and make sure that you motherfucking go. Just don't just tell him, yeah, I'm gonna go do it and then I do it. I said, yeah, when and where, what you want me to do? He said, man, come over whatever day it was, get in the studio, smoking weed in the dorm. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that on live, but you know, we was in the dorm, we was smoking weed. I didn't say it in the bar, you know what I'm saying?
Graduated, man, it's fine.
Oh, it's all good. Yeah. What I say, and me and Mark made an EP like during the pandemic. Pandemic was lit. We was just talking about that, and we made an EP together. It was called Trap House, and I said, me and Webbs in the dorm, and we smoking perp. Like we was smoking perp, and like that's where like we started making songs at, and it's been a great friendship. It's been a great partnership. Like it's my dog right here.
So y'all like y'all like only exclusively work together?
Yeah.
Like when y'all work, artist and producer.
I don't think there's such. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think for producers there's such a thing as exclusivity, but yeah, no, I mean for real though, like I think what it comes down to is like I don't produce all of his beats for sure.
Now you do.
No, okay, well
Now since we start working,
but the one that we got the special feature on. I don't know if you guys.
Oh yeah.
I didn't produce that one, bro.
Yeah,
At
that's
the end
true.
of the day, it's like whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever's helping the cause.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say so to a certain extent. Yeah.
Yeah. Shout
I
out.
guess everything runs through.
So
me to a certain
do you
point.
ever get in your feelings if he like?
Oh hell no.
Even if it's something you could do, like I could have did that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like what?
I think
you ain't come to me. You know
Every time with Mayr, at least, it's just like I can't. It's something where it's like some guitar beat or something that I just don't have loops like that, or something where it's like somebody was doing synths that I just wouldn't have thought to do. And like I'm very real with that shit, bro. Like I'm just a guy. Like I can't do fucking everything, man.
Yeah,
so,
he
like,
capped.
there are people who are supporting the cause and trying to screw us over.
Nah, man.
Deals and shit.
Can't do that.
Give them beats or sounds or record them, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Go ahead, man. Like that's helping all of us.
So, so you a Midtown boy as well.
Oh, dude.
For sure.
Right,
the studios in Midtown.
Yeah.
Everything is in Midtown. The hoes. I mean,
I have to
yeah,
ask.
everything Midtown.
How did y'all come up with the concept of Midtown? Like, who came up with that? Whose idea was that? And you know, how that start going from there?
So here's Jesus. So how Midtown, the Midtown Boyz came up was I met a female in Midtown. I've been going to Midtown for over 10 years since I was 21, and that's just the area of town that I fuck with the most. And so like about 2 years ago, I was talking to a shorty out there, you know, very toxic situation. It's a song about it that just came out on the EP, dope. It's called I Hate You or whatever. And so like, you know, she's been a bitch. And so like she was on Twitter and she had some shit to say. She was like, "Yo, it's the Midtown Boyz you gotta worry about." I didn't like that shit because like my thing was I was like, you talking about me? You talking about another nigga? Like which one is it? And so, you know, after I kind of calmed down from the situation, time had passed. I said, "Man, that's a really really dope tweet." I said in my head, I was like, I'm always away, like.
Hoes be inspiring shit.
Man, hell yeah, they hella inspiring. They hella inspiring. And so I always try to, I'm a very positive person. And so I try to take anything that's negative in my life and I try to flip it into something positive, you know.
Optimistic.
And so I looked at it. I said, man, Midtown Boyz will go crazy. I said, well, what? I said, I want to make this a group. What can I do? Me and Cass, we had just met like maybe once or twice. And where we met at was Midtown. And I heard a lot of his music. I listened to it. I enjoyed his solo music. And I was listening to it. I said, bro, I could really make some dope songs with this motherfucker. But he wanted me to manage him. And I was like, bro, if I'm going to manage you, like, bro, only shows you going to do is probably at the 7-Eleven. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was trying to tell him, I was like, bro, I'm flattered that, like, you would want your career in my hands. But I said, I didn't even tell him this, but I was like, I can't really help you like in that way. But I looked at it and I was just like, I like what he can do vocally, like on a mic. He's a fantastic rapper, great vocalist. And I was thinking, I was like, I'm a great rapper, but I'm not the best vocalist. And I said, how can I, just looking at it as a selfish standpoint, take my music to the next level? I was like, I can't vibe like him, like at all. And I love the way that he can vibe on records. I was like, you get me rapping on a record, you get him doing his thing on a record, that can be great. Okay, who can produce this? Mark, my dog. Like I was podcasting at the time. Like I actually had kind of mini retired from rapping. I was in the studio with Mark doing podcasts. Mark had me go on this beat and I freestyle too. It was awful. It was terrible. And I was just like,
you done said that twice.
Nah,
It's your second time.
we had just did a podcast with, I think it was like 100K Tucker, some shit like that.
Okay.
And shout out to Tucker, that's my dog. And he did like a performance in the studio where we was at, killed it, did his thing. And so after we got done with it, it might have been 100K, it might have been somebody else. And Mark was just like, yo, Mayr, like go rap on this beat or whatever. So I went in the booth and I freestyled to it. And I was like, Mark, bruh, I thought, keep it real, I thought it was over with for me. I was like, bruh, I'm a podcaster now. Like I don't even rap no more. And so like when I thought about coming up with like this whole, not just music, but the whole brand that, you know, we plan to do, I said, there's no better people to do it with like my homie that's fantastic in music and one of the best producers like in the city. Like these are my homies. Why not start this whole brand with people that I know got genuine love and respect for me? And I talked to him in the studio. I think I talked to Mark about it first. And I said, well, what do you think about doing like a whole group, me, Castor, and you, and we get started? Mark was like, yo, I think that's a good idea. And then so I approached Cass about it. Cass was like, yeah, I'm fucking with it. And that's how it came from there. But go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
So my side of the story is that Yes, it is fact that I asked this man to manage me, but it was 3 o'clock in the morning. I was drunk.
You had to be drunk to ask me to manage
But
you.
no, seriously, like, so it's kind of weird. Like, I believe a lot in manifestation. Like, I got it tattooed on my arm, everything like that. Like, I'm a firm believer in that. And with Mayr, me and him kind of met on social media, like Twitter. I was seeing a bunch of the shit he was posting, everything like that. And honestly, it's the only relationship off of social media that I've actually, like, you know, put an effort into to, like, build off of. And I had my birthday up here. I had a little bit of a, like, most of my friends lived up here. I'm from Cookeville, Tennessee. But I went to school up here, played baseball in college, stuff like that. Met a lot of people from this area. Became really good friends with them. So I came up here for my birthday. I hit up Mayr. I'm like, yo, man, come out to my birthday party, whatever. We're going to be out in Midtown, whatever. This was not even, like, an idea of us doing music in this aspect together. Because like he said, a lot of what he was doing was like podcasting. So long story, a little short, I guess. Me and him ended up connecting on my birthday. I'm kind of not really an anxious person, but I'm not the type of person to like, just be like, yo, pull up to my birthday. You know what I'm saying? If I've never met you in person.
Yeah.
And he pulls up, I dab him up, I see him. We just kind of talk, kick it. And as time goes on, like, me and him just, like, cultivated this relationship where we, you know, became, like, brothers almost.
He wouldn't leave you alone.
Yeah.
And it's actually funny because, just, like, a side note, like, there's this video that we made today at one of the tailgates for the Titans game. And you can kind of see in the video, he said to me, like, 4 or 5 times today that this is, like, a super hard video. And the way that I see it is it's a direct, like, example of the relationship that we have. Just how we feed off of each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when he did approach me with the idea, I don't know if he knew this. I assume that he probably did. But I'd been trying to work with Mark for like 2 or 3 months. And I'd been
Trying to?
What
was the problem?
So
He was scared.
Not scared, but I had just moved to Nashville. My bread wasn't right. And so it was kind of one of those situations.
Oh, he was texting.
No, not even a little bit. No, but it was just one of those things. Like, I've worked with artists in the past that don't follow up on their end. I've also worked with producers and engineers that don't do that. And this wasn't a relationship I wanted to start off on that foot. So when the opportunity arose for me to work with Mayr and do this tape with Mark,
it was a dream come true.
I was like, hell yeah, let's do this shit.
Yeah.
And so they actually pulled up to my place, my apartment. I had like a semi setup of a studio at my place. They pulled up over there, and I think I'd sent you the beat, or you had sent me the beat, one of the two.
Somebody sent, yeah.
So, so Mark sent over the beat, and I wrote the hook for it. They come over, we record the song a little bit, get like a rough demo down. And then Mark's like sitting in the background, got his Miami Dolphins beanie on, sitting there with his headphones on his laptop, making out this beat. And he's like, bro, what if we sample like a song that's like played at the bars in Midtown?
I said that, but you right.
Yeah,
I said that.
Mayr said that, and he's like, it's like the light bulb.
I was like, which song though?
Yeah.
And he had it like off the top of his head. He knew it. He was ready. He was like waiting for me to like have my computer in front of him or something to like see if I could actually flip it or not.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say too much about it because that's
The alpha say, don't give too much detail.
Yeah, we still trying to clear that, but it's hopefully it'll get through.
But it's just like
it's gonna get true. Like my nigga said, you gotta manifest it. So it's gonna
it's gonna get through. It's gonna get through. It's everything you know regarding that, and I'll elaborate more on that. I don't mean to cut you off, brother. But like I've been trying to clear that sample for like a year. And it's not my fault. Everything paperwork wise has been done correctly, like on our end. It's just their publishing group got it. They heard it. They said, hey, we're just waiting on a response from the artist to approve it.
Man, they got that shit, man. Just be like, yes, send a text back. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, go ahead and do it. Let's agree like on a percentage. But, somebody that I met in the industry told me, like, somebody that like works with labels and shit like that, he told me, he's like, bro, he was like, what you just need to do is like put the song out. He's like, they do this now because there's so much sampling going on in hip hop right now, which hip hop comes from sampling, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So now it's starting to cross. It's starting to cross genres now. And so he said, and that really, it comes from Juice WRLD. Really, I think he kind of started that wave, and now it's just like kind of kicked up RP. And what he told me was, he said, bro, put the song out. He was like, they're aware of it. He's like, bro, they've heard it. They've heard the song. He said they want you to put it out, and if it goes crazy, then that's when they gonna hit you up and be like, hey, we want this percentage. He was just like, but he said at the end of the day, he was like, if it goes crazy, he was like, ain't that what you want anyway?
Right.
And
that's really what it is, because it's only up from there. Because the way y'all talking, the way
I want y'all
work,
to send me a lawsuit.
Come on,
we
now.
ready.
Yeah, so that means we did something.
I mean, that's always been my idea. Is like
y'all got shit.
The thing is like
Facts.
the catalog, and what a lot of labels and like places like that look for anyways is like, yeah, you could have a hit, but like we want to have a catalog. We want you to already be prepared, and honestly, that's how you get the most ideal situation, is if you've got something in the vault to like go ahead and keep pushing yourself. They don't have to cultivate it for you. And so like from our end, it's like, it doesn't really matter if they sue us, because the money that they get off that, well, shit, you gave us a little bit of prominence, we'll just drop another one.
And then it's just like, we got, what I'm saying, like, respectfully, not to trying to sound arrogant, like us three as a collective, we make very good records, you know what I mean? And so it's just like, if we put that out and it went crazy, and then they come with a lawsuit, that wouldn't do nothing but get us like more pub that we won't.
Yeah, more attention.
So we gonna put it out when we think that the time is right. Going back to the story where Cass was alluding to, we're recording Push Come to Shove. It's on our new EP, Off Broad, fourth song on the record.
Off Broad, I was
crazy.
looking at that too.
Yeah, he came up with that. Got to give him credit for that.
Broad.
We was having a meeting at we was at Scout's Pub eating lunch. Me, him, Adriana Dunn. Shout out to her. She's pretty much been our manager for the past couple of months. She's been amazing. And he came up with the name. She's like, what do y'all want to call the EP? I was like, damn. I was like, I don't fucking know. Cass is like, why don't we call it Off Broad? I was like,
I did not say it like
that. He didn't say it like that. But he didn't say it like that. He's like, yeah, I think we should call it Off Broad. And I was just like, yeah. I was like, I'm cool with it.
What was the first song with Be For Real or something? What was it?
What's up?
Oh, Be Fucking For Real? We can get into that.
Look, that was the only thing I got to listen to, but I fucked with it. I was like, oh, okay.
Man.
I was just trying to get like a taste of what, like,
sure.
what I'm saying, you guys had. Like, man, let me just check these guys.
Yeah,
out.
see what they doing.
I don't
Yeah.
wanna be blindly.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all know what y'all doing. Sound very clean track.
Appreciate
hey,
it.
Yeah.
Great vocal.
Appreciate
you
it.
know what I'm saying? We do podcasts. We interview a lot of different artists. We're artists ourselves. We drop shit. We've done performances.
And I need to put me on game with your shit.
Oh,
we
yeah,
family.
for sure. But
Put me on game.
This is about Castor Raines, Webs, and Midtown Mayr. Is it Midtown Mayr the whole thing?
Midtown Mayr.
Or just Mayr?
Well, my artist name is just Mayr. That's like Walmart. Like, I got to keep it like that. You feel me?
Mayr was his Instagram.
It made my Instagram name, but like just Mayr is just me. That's Walmart. Can't change that.
But as a group, y'all Midtown, correct?
Yeah, Midtown Boyz. Midtown Boyz. No, you straight, brother. So how, like, I'm gonna get to BFFR, and but before that, what Cass was alluding to, when we were in that studio, Mark sent us the beat to Push Come to Shove. Castor is hooks. He's amazing at hooks, and he laid down the hook. I was already like writing to it. I was kind of just feeding off what he was kind of putting down, did the verse or whatever. And so we was, done with it, as far as what we wanted to do that particular night. So I had this idea in my head, and I said, we Midtown Boyz, we got to do something for Tin Roof that we actually just left. Nothing long ago, we just left. And so I said, bro, when you go into Tin Roof, I don't know if y'all ever been there before, but they have one side of the club that is usually on a Sunday afternoon. They are playing with, a live band. They'll play like an alternative rock song. Okay. And on the other side of it, it's called the Green Room, and they usually play straight hip hop. They playing Dolph. They playing ratchet shit, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I said, what about if we make a record that samples a song that they play, and then in the middle of it, we flip it to like a trap record? I said, I think that would go stupid. So I gave Mark the song.
That's risky.
Like a take key type thing.
Yeah, that's a risky ass thing.
Very risky. But I'm all about.
You really understand like the human ear and the attention span of most just people.
Yeah.
And how a sound works.
It's worth the wait to get to that shift.
Yeah, we haven't released it because that song is so special to all of us that is just like we didn't even put it on the
Man, what's it
EP.
called?
Don't worry about
Okay, I'm gonna be quiet.
Yeah. I almost said it.
All you need to know is all you need to know is when the album do come out, it's the
It's
first
crazy.
song on it.
It's the first song on the album. Yeah, Tin Roof, and you know we got it. And I'm
don't go crazy on this, man. I'm gonna be highly upset. I might do half an episode talking about this.
I'm not even worried about you not liking it.
Came on my pod.
you gonna like it. You gonna like it.
I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
From the minute Mayr starts on it, like the track just starts, bro.
Spazzing.
The track just starts. Like,
Oh
it's
my
not like
goodness.
no
Yeah.
intro bullshit. Like,
Right into it, going in.
It starts, bro, and Mayr's
I
like,
love that shit.
it's like, bro, what?
Yeah, and I went to a place, you know, when I wrote it, you know, I was just going into a place to where like, okay, let me imagine myself like, what am I doing like when I'm at this establishment? And like I just went right there. I was just kind of like, okay, I order Casamigos shots. Let me talk about that. Okay, I talk to some random girl. Boom, 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 boom. And then Cass comes in. Cass like does this thing. He talks about his experiences there. And then in the middle of it, it flips into like this crazy beat. And like me and him just like kind of trade off bars. And like we really, it's really for the backpack rappers. Like it's supposed to be like a really fun song, in which it is. But like if you listening to the bars that we both spit off, like you like, nah, like that's a bar. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like some like bullshit or anything like that. Like, nah, it's just like you'll listen to some of them or whatever. You like, damn, that was hard. You know, like I pride myself into being a lyrical party rapper. You know what I'm saying? I can never be Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? I didn't grow up in the same environment as him. So I can never make To Pimp a Butterfly ever. But I can like spit some bars about being in a bar and give you the bars that you want. But it's about me like just being in the club and it's gonna have fun.
I just gotta hear it now. It's too much description.
I send it to you. I send it to you.
I ain't gotta do all that. I'm just I'm cool with the anticipation. If that's what it is, cause like shit, man, y'all got some shit up y'all sleeve.
And one more thing with Tin Roof, you know, so I still got a lot of love for them. I've been going there for 8 or 9 years, so I got a lot of respect. But you know, we were supposed to have like, you know, a Midtown Boyz Tin Roof collaboration. You know, it was kind of supposed to be like, I showed them the song before it was even fully mastered. I believed in it so much. We all believed in it so much. I said, hey, I'm going to go talk to them. And I said, I'm going to show them this song. And this needs to be their official record. This song was supposed to come out last summer. Right? And I sent it to them in December. I went there on like a Tuesday or Wednesday or some shit. And I said, yo, I need to talk to y'all manager. I got somebody I need to talk to him about. So it was a brother, and I ain't gonna say his name or anything like that. But went and talked to him, and I said, hey, bro, like, I got this record. You know, it's about, like, here. I said, you know, I'm not looking for no kind of compensation, you know, anything like that. But I feel like that this needs to be, like, y'all's record. I was like, y'all will like this. And so the homie hit me back the next day, and he was honest. He's like, bro, he was like, I didn't think that this was going to go this crazy. He's like, I didn't think that you were going to, he's like, no disrespect, but he's like, I didn't think that this was going to be this good. Like, to be real. I mean, yeah, you know, that's very normal, you know, and I didn't take no disrespect about it. And then he was like, bro, he's like, I'm excited about this record. He was like, I got some ideas outside of like what you want from this relationship. And he was like, we gotta like send it pretty much like upstairs. But he was like, I can pretty much like tell you like, let's rock, let's do it. And you know, unfortunately, you know, that partnership didn't work out, but we still have a relationship with them to where they can get us what we need from them, but it's not what the end goal was. I think it would have been a beautiful relationship between they are going to help us out, and then we're going to bring them money. You feel me? Yeah. That's how we felt.
So y'all ain't gonna do that shit, like.
I mean, so here's the thing, like,
like,
when it comes to stuff like that, like as artists, and I'm sure y'all kind of ran into this too. Like when you're on the come up, like it's hard to make somebody take you at face value.
Facts.
Facts. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Usually you gotta pay for shit like that.
Yeah. And then a lot of times it feels like that, and this ain't no hate, cause I get it, but you know, a lot of times it feels like until you're solidified to the world, not always going to be solidified to your target audience. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I ran into that my entire career. So I thought we had a little bit of a break in that aspect, and things happen, you know, I'm not gonna say that it was them dissing us in any way like that, but it's just one of those things where almost they'll look back and they'll be like,
Man, I'm saying simple as day. People don't believe people don't believe in you until you make it. And that shit crazy, but you feel me? That's how I usually go though. People ain't gonna believe in you until you make it.
I feel like, you know, with that whole thing, because I have emails and stuff like that, and I think that
he said he got receipts.
I got receipts, and I think that it wasn't, because you got to realize like Tin Roof is at least I'm pretty sure it's a whole countrywide organization. Like they don't just exist here. They Austin, Texas, Indianapolis, I know that are there, but I'm sure they're all over the country. So, right. And so I think that where it didn't happen, I don't think it was the Nashville branch. I think it happened from upstairs to where it's just kind of like, you know, because we say some shit in the song that's a little controversial. I could be a little controversial at times.
You say a little controversial.
You know, I could be a little controversial, but I like to. Yeah, but you know what? I changed. But the thing is, when I sent them, when I sent them the record originally, I didn't change the last bar.
I know you didn't.
You know, I didn't change the last bar, but I kind of felt like it was so good that it's just like, how I look at it is the record was so good, and the people from Nashville believed in the vision. I have emails from not only the person that I associate with, but somebody above him emailed me back and was like, we rocking with this. We got to send this to them so we can get the full approval for this, but we rocking with it. Like, we like this or whatever. And so I feel like I might have fucked it up. But like some shit I said. Yeah.
Them not listening to the last
pause.
Yeah.
Pause. Hold on.
It's like we're golden as long as they stop it.
Look, they was really in there jamming.
But if they had told me, hey, we rocking with this, excuse me. But if they had told me like, hey, change this, because I end up changing it at a later point. If they had just told me like, yo, we rocking with it, but you gonna have to change that part right there. You know, I get it from.
I don't think bro fucked it up. Here's my thought process on it: is that, I mean, respect goes both ways, and if that were to be the case, if like they wanted him to change something up, common courtesy is just let my boy know, we'll change it up. But at the end of the day, things happen for a reason. Everything happens for whatever reason it is. We don't have the answers yet.
No.
But at the end of the day, we know we're gonna be successful. We know we're gonna win. And the song is for them. So whenever they want it,
we give it to them. We give it to them.
So we're down to rock with y'all any day. It's definitely no hate towards Tin
absolutely, like, we still go in there, you know, every week.
There today.
Yeah, whatever.
Still buying shots.
And for sure, we definitely buying Casamigos shots.
That's the first thing he do.
Yeah, and you know, I feel like if it was somebody, shout out to Jelly Roll, my brother. Like, I feel like if it was somebody like, you know, Jelly Roll's in a whole different space now. But if I feel like if it was somebody like, you know, a Jelly Roll or a Buck or a Starlito, you know, somebody that's higher than what we are,
for sure.
I felt like if they had done the exact same thing, it wouldn't have been a question. And I get you're taking a risk on an unproven brand. I understand, but it was just so perfect for them to where it would have done nothing but profit them.
I feel like that's why I feel like when you take that risk with somebody who don't get that name, it's more reward. Versus doing it with somebody who already has that
exactly
that name, that name. You know, you ain't gonna really reap too much off it because I already made it on my own. So y'all not finna reap too much off it, but nah.
Exactly.
For sure.
People don't respect how much their help can like improve the process, and it's almost like they see where it's at, and they don't like consider what their help can move along with it. And they just like are like, oh no, like this person's here, we can't deal with this anymore. Whereas like if they had just gone through with it, that help would have like gotten us here.
That's a good point.
And we would have definitely would have returned like the love. You know, like if they had done what our vision was, like, you know, we can say it, you know, we're on a podcast, and you know, basically what I wanted that to be their theme song. I wanted basically a residency, like how they do with, you know, Shakira and, you know, Drake and other artists in Vegas. I wanted us to basically do a show every Sunday, and it wouldn't have been just us. We wanted to bring idea was to bring other artists there too. That like, we rock with and we think they have like a lot of talent, and just bring people there. Like it may be homeboy down the street that like we rock with. He brings 15 people. Okay. Okay, you got 15 people in this bar, but they done all spent $30 in the club for nothing that costs you nothing. That would have profited you $400 that you wasn't even gonna get.
Oh, 50 to be exact.
Thank you. So I was like, you give us the platform to take this brand to the next level, and then we made you money. You lost nothing. Vinyl Taps, shout out to Vinyl Taps in East Nashville. They supported Vinyl Taps. They supported like our first show, our release party we just had a few weeks ago, and we were supposed to do the release party at the Tin Roof or whatever, and it fell through, whatever. And we reached out to Vinyl Taps. We wasn't looking to get compensated at all. I reached out to them, and they said, "Hey, we'll compensate you, and we'll let y'all drink for free. We got you." And guess what? They did all that.
Hey, that's real.
And they profited. We had the shit packed out. Yeah. And they profited probably a good $500 or $600, $700 that they wasn't even gonna make. And they just looked at me and him's Instagrams. Like we don't have either one of us. We don't have a crazy number of followers. They said, "Hey, we like what we see. This is how much we gonna pay you. And you have a drink tab. You can drink for free the whole night. You and Cass can drink. Y'all three can drink the whole night. Yeah, free. And it was lit. Yeah, Vinyl Taps is real for that.
That is a decent little spot.
It was cool.
I've seen a couple different artists there.
Yeah, it was lit. Shout out to them.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So so what y'all doing now? I did see on your Instagram post not too long ago, you was talking something about dropping the album and then going across the country or something. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? Like, what that was a little flex real quick.
Well, I know what you're talking
Well, I
about.
guess we should go ahead and just get into like more of the like what y'all like promoting now. Like what's out now that the people need to go hear and go listen to.
Well, what's out now? Off Bride is the EP. It's 4 songs on there. It's 14 minutes long. It's not gonna take too much of
Just
your time.
y'all three. He's
It's
producing y'all two.
Us, we have features on there, but they're the features on there.
On a 4-track EP.
Yeah. But let me explain that. Like on the EP, there's technically features on there, but they're just me and him are the only 2 artists that are rapping. We have background vocalists on there, but I took this from the funky dude. What's his name? Anyways, I'm very appreciative of anybody that can help take a record to the next level, and I give anybody that ever does a background vocal for me, I will give them the feature, and I give them a higher percentage than what the industry would give them, because I'm appreciative. I was like, yo, I can't make this record, without you. Shout out to Break Cukin, shout out to Shelby Conquest, shout out to Alyssa Flowers. And, they don't necessarily feature, but they enhance the record. And so to me, I'm just like, hey, if this record ever blows at any time, not only do I want to give you a fair percentage, I want to shed light on you too. Like if it blows up, people's like, yo, who is Break Cukin? Who is Shelby Conquest? They can go look like, okay, who is that? Maybe that can give them a couple hundred streams if it blew up or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about showing love.
Off Broadway specifically though, like what is this? What is this EP about? What's going on this EP? What are you showcasing?
Bro, we off Broad.
Just turned
We're
up.
getting off Broad with it, bro.
Yeah, so it's just like we outside. Like it is,
Foreshadowing to the album.
Yeah, it's a taste to it.
I like how you put that Castor.
Yeah,
it is.
Right there.
It's a foreshadowing to the album.
Y'all heard what the fuck Castor Raines said.
Yeah.
Off Broad. Where can they find Off Broad at? What platforms is Off Broad?
Everywhere, man.
Okay, say that.
Everywhere at the liquor store in Buckhead. We got CDs over there.
Platforms or whatever.
All platforms.
Webs. I was gonna ask you. I was looking at your page a little bit when you guys was talking, and are there any other artists like around the city that you have worked with? Like I guess on a somewhat consistent level, or do you send out beats, packages? What you do? Sample?
Yeah, bro. I have a pretty good, steady amount of artists who roll through for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, shout out Brett. Brett's my boy, Brett Kukin. He did some background vocals on BFFR. If y'all listen to that one, he's my boy. We make a ton of music together.
You know Owen?
Huh?
Do you know Owen Wave?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah. No, he's fire, bro. I fuck with Owen for sure.
That's what's up.
Yeah, he does like a lot of the ski stuff, I think. Yeah, for sure.
Shout out to ski.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've worked with a handful of the ski dudes too.
Okay.
2 Live Bree I've worked with. I love Bree, man. He's dope.
Great guy.
What he's doing in the city is dope. Like what he's trying to foster here, I think is different from any other hip hop scene that we've ever seen blow up. Dude, Benzo Fuego. I don't know if y'all know Benzo Fuego, bro.
Some different people.
Yeah, dude, all over the place.
So
bro.
I'm just trying to get an idea, like your beats as well. It's like these are like a lot of these artists are like completely different.
That was a real shit, dog. I don't produce for all my artists. Sometimes it's just engineering, but I do production in the sense of like I hear your sound and what you're going for, and while I may not produce the beats, I can help you get a better sound out of yourself.
Yeah.
Facts.
Like with the beats that you're choosing.
He can also,
you know,
he can also help you write a record. He's done that for other artists.
Yeah,
too.
I've done that for other artists. I've had to, bro.
Yeah,
dude, in fact, an artist who like gave us a super hard time and wanted like feature money for what Brett and Shelby did for free.
Yeah.
I've written music for before.
Yeah.
And then she like big timed us.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
And shout out to Shorty. I talked to her the other day, but you know, I helped her out with her career too.
Yeah, like we did nothing but help this chick out. Admittedly, like I was recording her, so she was paying me and stuff. But there's a lot of shit I was doing for her for free, just because like I supported it, you know. And then you know she kind of like stopped recording with me, which I was like a little like taken back from. But I was like, hey, you know, at the end of the day, like it's love, and you got to do what you got to do.
For sure.
And I still support you, and blah blah blah. And then maybe like a couple months after that, we reached out like, hey, like we got this record, like we're doing this Midtown Boyz thing, like. I mean, you've kind of heard what Mayr's talking about. It's something we're doing with the homies. It's supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
And that's what the records are supposed to reflect. And she just was not getting that. Asked us for, like, she was like, I need to be compensated.
And the thing is.
And we were just like, okay.
And
like,
the thing is,
cool.
you work, to me, you know, I was kind of taken back because, you know, when I took time out of my day to talk about her career, you know, he reached out to me. I met her one time, and you know, she was. I like what she did in the studio, but it didn't benefit me none. You know, at the time, you know, and you know, he reached out to me. He was like, "Hey, man, like, will you do this or whatever for her?" And just because, like, this is my bro. If he tells me, "Hey, you need to go fuck with this person," I'm gonna go fuck with him because he told me to. Like, that's how me and him, our relationship is. And I really went into her discography. Found some questions, you know, that I wanted to ask. I spent over an hour and a half of my time that cost me money, because I want to make sure this brother gets paid. I don't let my friends do shit for free for me. You know, whatever they rate is, can you give me the homie discount? I don't do that. Like whatever you charge somebody you don't know, that's what you charge me. You know what I'm saying? I like to pour into people that like I fuck with.
Great friend.
And so that costs me money, you know what I'm saying, to interview you that I don't rock, like I don't respectfully, you know, at the time, like now me and her, like we have more of a friendship now, and it's all love, but it's real shit. But I was just like, I did all that. I didn't even know who you was, and I paid for that. That wasn't free for me. You know what I'm saying? I have relationships with a lot of guys in the city. The Human Butterfly, me and him cool. Yeah, me and Tuck is cool. Me and Lotus is cool. Me and pretty much anybody that you name of, like, I have a relationship with them. I can call anybody that I want because they fuck with me. So I'm like, yo, let me get you in on an interview. Cool. What time you need me to be there? Cool, everybody, you know? And I didn't even know you at the time. And then, like, I, you know, brought you in. You asked. I said, yeah, sure. So my thing is like, you wasn't going to get compensated on the front end. But I said, yo, if this pops off, all my background vocals, I gave him 10%, bro. I gave the 2 background vocals, I gave him 10%, bro. Who does
so, like,
that?
after all that, we would have ended up doing what she wanted anyway. Right?
I took
crazy.
I took 5% off of my cut, and cause you know, and I ain't gonna talk like too much business, but like I took percent off of my cut to give to them, because that's how much I like. Yo, I can't make my percentage. I can't do what I did without y'all, because like I'm limited vocally. That's why I did start this shit for. So it's just like, you know, I appreciate you doing what you did. So like, let me make sure that I compensate you to the best. Like everybody, he took a cut, I took a cut, and we gave them that just off of appreciation. So it's just kind of like it kind of like I kind of just looked at it in a crazy way, because I was just like, I fuck with you, like, you know, like just show love back. You didn't have to do, all you had to do was just sing what I said on a record.
I just think when you just in the entertainment industry, whether it's media, whether you engineer, produce, whatever, rap, sing, like relationships, them shit sticky, man. Like you can, like you could develop a relationship like that, and just as quickly that relationship could be like, damn, over some. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it just be like, damn, everything was just cool when we vibing, but like it's always, I guess, a money thing.
Yeah,
I don't know what it be.
And you know, when I say that, like I'm just being, you know, I try to be as authentic as I can, and you know, like it's not no static. I just seen her yesterday. I actually texted her earlier today. We was texting earlier today, so like it's not no problem. But it's just kind of like in that situation, it's kind of like, you know, you could have been a little bit more real. This wasn't gonna do nothing, but you could have been fucking for real, you know, and like spent 20 minutes in the studio and like just knock this out. You didn't have to write. It was no thought process. Like, you know, everybody that we brought into the studio, like with Brett and Alyssa, I was there. Well, I wasn't there with Brett, and was I there with Brett?
Yeah, you were there with Brett.
Yeah, and so we just told him like, hey, I want you, here's the lyrics to this, sing this. I want you to do this type of run. This is what I want you to do. Knocked it out 5-10 minutes. When Alyssa came and did I Hate You, I said, here's my lyrics. I want you to sing Under Me. That's it. I gave Alyssa 10% too.
15, 20 minutes, bro. Maybe.
15, 20 minutes, and that's it. And I gave Alyssa 10% too.
Shelby's might have taken actually 20 minutes. Cause
she's a perfectionist.
Yeah, she's a
perfectionist. So like, for 10 to 15 minutes of your time, I gave you 10% of something. It might not ever go anywhere, but if it did, that might make you hundreds of thousands of dollars for doing nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
You feel me?
No
So it's just, you know, it is what it is though. It's all love.
15 minutes of effort, bro.
Shout out to Shorty though. She's a good person. She just made a mistake.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
Big facts.
mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, she ain't bad.
Yeah. She's
Literally
great.
What you said.
Yeah, she's great.
No, real talk. And one more time, for the record, off Broadway. With a off Broad. Not
yeah.
Broadway, excuse me.
Off Broad. Same concept.
Midtown Boyz, man. Hey, contrary to the bullshit, we got Castor Raines, we got Webbs in this bitch, we got the Mayr in this bitch. Just so y'all just stay in tune, y'all know what's going on right here, man. All three geniuses here in the city, Nashville, stand up. If there's any other things y'all trying to personally that y'all just want to get out there real quick,
you know, we got a lot of shit going on. This is very inspiring right here. We got a Midtown Boyz podcast coming up in a few weeks. I didn't tell you about that yet, but it's coming up.
Midtown Boyz podcast. What's that gonna be about? What
you know, it's gonna be about a lot of things. You know, like just us just having a conversation about. I really believe in. You know, when I did my podcast, I was a big believer in like just raw energy. You feel me? Like nothing was scripted. You know. I bring people that I rock with to the microphone, and we just get to talking. Yeah. We might say like, okay, we're gonna talk about this, but nothing was scripted. I didn't know whoever that was beside me that day, Mark would be on the podcast too. I didn't know what they was gonna say. I'd be like, okay, well, let's just talk about this. He didn't know what I was gonna say. I didn't know what he was gonna say. I'm just like, yo, let's just go off that raw emotion, and I think it got good reviews, but. At the same time, it's like I didn't like the quality that was being put out. You know, we didn't have this lighting. We didn't have tin roof behind me right there. We didn't have a brother in the back like doing all this. Well, we had Mark to do the audio, but we didn't have the cameras there. We didn't have the quality of camera that you guys have had. So I wanted, even though I thought we had a good product, I wanted to yank it because I believed in it so much that I'm just like,
and look, this is grind better than no grind. We've been doing it with 3 years. Ted said, we started in the basement. All audio.
Yeah.
No
I'm just really big, you know.
We had some of the best times like it though.
No, we had fun, and you know, to me, first impression is everything to me. You know, like when you go to the club, you know, and you see a shorty you trying to talk to, first impression is everything. You gotta ski. You right, exactly. You feel me? So it's just like I'm really big on first impression, and you know the podcast was doing so well review wise that it was just like, okay, bro, this is good. Let me yank this. When I come back, I want to come back even stronger than what I was before. The quality just has to be a little bit better. Because, you know, me and West Sleep, shout out to Kyrie Thomas, you know, we partners. That's my dog. And, you know, he believed in me. You know, he said, bro, he was like, you know, when I was on, you know, West Sleep, you know, saying all kind of shit or whatever, you know, that's what he wanted me to do. He said, yo, he was like.
It was pretty entertaining, too. Like, I had no idea who you were.
Yeah.
But, like, I'll randomly see clips of your ass just about some
talking shit. Just talking shit.
I swear once or twice I stopped like, what the fuck he talking about?
What the fuck is this nigga talking
in the
about?
car with some shades on, man. I'm like, man, this nigga.
But you know what, bro? Like I used to.
But he be having like the most generic opinions, bro. He was getting on there.
Very opinionated. I'm like, some you agree, some you don't, but it's entertaining. It's
yeah, like, it's fucked up that like this person like cheated on this person.
Yeah, it was
just like, yeah, no shit.
Yeah, I think the most craziest one was like a lot of people in the city got mad at me because I said something about Bobby Smurda. Shout out to Bobby Smurda. It's no disrespect. I love Bobby.
It sound like you disrespected Bobby.
I did, you know, like to be real, it wasn't intentional or anything like that.
Bobby Smurda.
Well, what I said was this is where it came from. It was okay. Finesse 2 times had just got out of jail, right?
Okay.
And so when Finesse came out of jail, he came out snapping. Like he just came out with records, right?
Okay.
Records. When Bobby Smurda came out, his records weren't as good.
But that's the thing, though.
Thank you.
This
is what I said. Yeah.
And you got all these like multi-millionaires just welcome home, bro. Welcome home, bro.
He ain't had to.
That's my point.
Finesse ain't had it.
Finesse had to make records. He had to come out and snap.
Weezy, I like how you think. I like how you think. That was my point.
You said what? Who?
You say he ain't have. They in a business deal.
But like, does that mean he's giving him money? I'm talking about niggas just giving you money.
Bobby came out and had real estate.
When he touched down, Quavo had a bag full of money. What are you talking about? Like Jay Prince didn't do
where
I'm pretty sure Jay Prince didn't have a duffel bag.
No,
of money. It was like
where I was going with that was, you know, also too at the same time, Bobby Smurda was doing some very questionable shit when he came out.
Okay,
let's just put it like that. And whatever, but I was just kind of like, I just said, I was like, because Vanessa came out with something, and I was like, bruh, and a lot of times we can make a mistake, and this is where like I felt bad about it, was because when you're trying to build somebody else up, that doesn't mean that you have to build somebody else down. You feel me? And so like when it comes to that, after I've kind of matured, you know, since then, like when I was making those videos, I was just in a different place, a very entertaining place, though. I will say that them shits was funny. But, you know, where I made the mistake is just like putting down Bobby Smurda to build Finesse up. But I still wasn't fucking wrong because, like, I was saying that with all of Bobby Smurda's infrastructure that he had, having everybody in the industry fuck with you for a good reason. Yeah. He took more time on his bid, so his right hand man didn't have to do more time. Yeah. That's the realest shit that you could ever do. I will always respect him because of that. Yeah. You know, but at the same time, at that point I'm somebody that is critiquing music. Yeah. I'm taking the shit out, all the shit out of it. So when Bobby Smurda coming out there at that particular time releasing bullshit, and you have more infrastructure than this other guy has, and he's going crazy on TikTok and on the radio doing, and he doing it with no features. You could, if Bobby Smurda at that time, he could feature with anybody in the world, maybe outside of like Jay. If Bobby Smurda at that time was like, yo, Drake, let's do a record. Drake is an opportunist. Drake would like, send me the right record, let's do it. He could have did that. And people came at me and they was just like, well, with his, probation and shit, he can't say certain shit in the songs. I said, I get that, but everybody in the industry is fucking with him. He could have maneuvered that to make better. He didn't have to tell me that he was in a trap anymore. I knew that. He don't have to. He could have made me a pop record, and it wouldn't have fucking mattered to me. Yeah. And a lot of people, and it was so crazy, for me at the time, because a lot of people, it was some people that I remember. It was a guy, I don't remember the guy's name, and we went back and forth about it in the DMs. I won't share too much about the conversation, but he had a lot of shit to say about me. He's like, man, your music is terrible. He was one of the worst artists I ever heard in my life, respectfully. But I didn't want to put him down, though, because I said the focus isn't on me. I was like, I can critique somebody and you can critique me back, and it's fair. But at the same time, it was kind of like, well, your opinion about me is wrong. But he kind of dissed me for clout, though, because after he dissed me, he put out a preview to one of his songs and he sent it to me.
Oh wow!
He sent me the song.
I mean, hey. Get it how you live, guys.
Yeah, I ain't mad at it. I was like, I'm not mad at it. But the thing is, he's in my DM arguing with me about some shit, and he's saying some shit, and we had a grown man conversation, and I don't remember what the dude's name was, but we talked it out, and everything was all love after. But after that, you sent me a song for me to listen to. So all this shit that you done put out on the internet to diss me, and you got people that's taking your side and saying bro, I don't even fuck with that dude. And there's people that's commented that I really rock with, though, too. Not maybe on a personal level, but it's been relationships that I've tried to build with them. I had a festival 5-6 years ago, and one of the members of they group, I went out to their job to give them a media pass so they could get in for free. It was on Broadway. It was probably one of the first rap festivals it might have been the first rap festival that was on Broadway. I didn't even know Mark at the time, but I don't ever remember being a rap festival at a bar on Broadway at the time. And I took time out of my day to give you niggas a media pass. Excuse me, white guys. I spent time to give you niggas media passes, and then you talking about, I don't fuck with that dude either. Huh? So I looked at that a little again. I was like,
damn.
I'm not even.
That's a little damn.
And my thing is, it's I'm not even talking about nobody in the city. I never will speak bad about anybody in this city because I have genuine love for everybody.
It would have been crazy if he didn't even know it was you was talking about. He just really thought your shit was genuinely trash.
No, he just said that because he didn't like what I. Huh?
He was hating. No. So what's the backstory? Because he couldn't have said that for no reason.
So.
He don't like you.
I've never met this dude.
Hold on, we can't even get into it. We really running low o'clock. What time is it?
I feel like I'm talking too much. I need my brother. I need my brother.
We running short on clock. No.
Yeah, I be long with it. My bad.
We started a little bit later than usual. And,
yeah, that's my bad.
That's cool. It's cool. It's perfect. It's perfect. I do want y'all to go ahead and just one more time because we try to keep this going all the way.
For sure.
We need to know, let the people know where to find y'all, what's going on. One last time, we're going to wrap it up because we wanted to get into our segment. We ain't even got to do.
We'll wrap it up then, Birdman.
We ain't gonna hit the segment.
Migos.
We ain't gonna hit the segment this episode, but because I did at least want to get this interview out.
For sure.
We appreciate that too.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. I seen the opportunity. He said it was too more. I'm like, shit, the more the merrier. Bring it on. Hey, and these are relationships. That's what really this podcast and shit's for. We in the city. We try to just bump shoulders with as many people as we can, and hopefully, just build a stronger network of creatives, really. Because ain't no telling who can we lean on for something building good relationships.
Takes an army, man.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you know
it does.
You guys are artists, producer, podcast, all that X, Y, and Z, and Too Bleezy right there. He does podcasts too. He's also my manager. He manages my
and
other endeavors. Rod
doing a hell of a job.
To me, he's the
Shout
best
out,
podcaster in the city. I don't care what anybody say. Videographer. He virtual with it.
Yeah.
We can do podcasts via Zoom, man.
Yeah.
It's all this is really because he always is searching, looking for the next thing to make things better. So we so as much as we try to bring a place for creators, you guys are really helping us out to it.
It's good to see, you know what I'm saying, brothers working together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean shit. What's
Great,
all we got, man? Especially in being in this city and being hip hop culture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? like it's on the rise now. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
And, like
It's here, I think.
it's here, right?
It
But I feel like it's still gaining. It's still got a lot more room to grow.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right, we're not.
The
We're
human
not.
butterfly probably about to take this shit to the next level.
It seems like it. I've seen them pop more and more too live.
Yeah.
But like I just trying to leave. We just trying to leave our mark, our stamp where we can or whatever, man. Shout out to the Midtown Boyz.
Appreciate it.
Shout out y'all X one more time for us, man. Y'all make sure y'all look at the camera.
It's at Beats by Webs. That's spelled W3BZ. You can also just look up W3BZ on Spotify. You'll find our last EP, and you'll also find a couple remixes that I've done for some like local artists here. And yeah.
I go by the name of Castor Raines. That's on all platforms. Castor with an O-R like the oil. Raines like the water with an E-S. So definitely give me a follow.
Yeah, you know what it is, man. I go by the name of Mayr, Mayr. You know, my Instagram, Twitter is Midtown Mayr, MIDTWN MAYR.
Hey, we appreciate y'all, man. Contrary to the bullshit, we just had 3 of the best guests we had in a long time, man.
That's love.
Appreciate you. Y'all know where to find me.
And it's your boy Youngie. Y'all know y'all can find me at I am Youngie. You feel me? Youngie 1K, anything, you know all that. You feel me? We signing out. You got 2 please at Agent Ocho. You feel me?
Burn one.
Burn 2 of.
Shout out Burn One Podcast.
Hey, yeah.
1,000.
1,000.
Oh.
Ski.
Hey,